we'll have animals right here on the walkway during the show. So for your safety and theirs, we're going to ask that everybody remain seated from here on in. Now, if you do need to exit, please just pick the closest stairwell and head directly up. Something else I'd like to ask everyone, I've been noticing a lot of people snacking. This is a part of the building because of the open water where there is no food or drink allowed anywhere inside the amphitheater. You can really help the animals out by keeping the food outside of the amphitheater. Now, another thing I'd like to ask everybody this time would be by a show of hands. How many of you folks brought cameras today and plan on taking pictures during the performance? Don't be shy, stick those hands up. We really do want you folks to take pictures. We want you to take those memories out, folks, but we also want you to take a moment right now to make sure that the flash is turned on.
Turn the flash on.
By doing so, there again, you'll be keeping the animals and the trainers safe during the performance. That's something we ask you to do, not just here at the aquarium, not just during the show, but throughout your entire day here at Shed. Now, one last thing I would ask everybody. If anybody purchased anything in our gift shop that lights up, and ask you to keep that off as well, so there again we're not distracting either the animals or the trainers. We really do appreciate everybody's help with all that, folks.
Okay, you got the rules.
And now, without further ado, please enjoy Shed Aquarium's Aquatic Show.
Wow. Crazy.
A very special behind-the-scenes look at how we build strong relationships with the animals in our care. You will see firsthand how we train and how the animals' participation contributes to their health care and well-being. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please give a round of applause to our training team.
Good job.
Here at the island on the left, we have Tim. Hello, Tim. Tracy and Samantha. So when the trainers are ready to begin, they blow their whistles. This lets the beluga whales know that it's time to get started. You may have also noticed the trainers all holding different colored shapes. Those shapes are like name tags for the animals, and they've all been trained to swim around and find the unique shape that belongs to them. This is how they know which trainer they'll be working with today. We are going to start things off by showing you how the training process begins. Please focus your attention to the island on the left, where Tim is working with Nunavik, a 3-year-old male. Now, in order for any training to take place, we must first build a relationship with the animal. So let's watch Tim build his relationship with this very young beluga whale. We can see Tim feeding Nunavik fish, and feeding him a little more fish, and splashing him with water. These are all things that the whale enjoys. And by doing things with him that he enjoys, we make these sessions something that he looks forward to. The next thing we do is we teach the animals a very important sound. The sound of our whistles. We teach the animals the whistle means good job or thank you, but how do they know that? Let's listen and watch. We can hear Tim blowing the whistle. He follows that up with some applause. He blows the whistle again. He follows that up with a little more fish. He blows the whistle again. And he follows it up with a tongue tickle. Who doesn't like a tongue tickle? By always following that sound of the whistle with something else that the animals enjoy, it doesn't take long for the animals to understand that the whistle means good. The next game that we play with the animals is a very simple one called targeting. The object of the game is for the animal to touch their head to a target we provide. In the early stages of the game, the target is the trainer's hand. Let's watch Tim teach this game to Nunavik. He touches Nunavik while blowing the whistle and follows it up with a little head scratch. He touches Nunavik again while blowing the whistle and follows that up with some fish. There's another touch for Nunavik while blowing the whistle, and there is a playful splash of water, something Nunavik likes. There's another touch, whistle, and more fish. By always following that touch with the sound of the the animals enjoy, it doesn't take long before they enjoy having their head touched. Now this is where we can change the rules of the game. What do you think might happen if instead of bringing the target down to Nunavic's head, we hold it up a little bit? Let's watch and see what happens. So you can see that Nunavik knows his game so well that he can find the target wherever we place it, whether it's above his head or at either side. But we are not limited to our hands alone. We can even use objects like that buoy to extend our reach. So if you continue watching throughout today's show, you might see objects like that buoy being used in other places. You can see that Nunavik is still able to find that target wherever Tim places it. Now let's continue watching the two of them as Tim gives Nunavik the signal to find the target. But this time, Tim won't be the one providing it. There's the signal. Here in the center, Mike has appeared and he's slapping the surface of the water with his buoy. Nunavik finds the target. Mike thanks him with a little bit of applause and some fish before giving him the signal to find the target someplace else. There's the signal back here at the island on the left. Tim slaps the surface of the water with his buoy. Can Nunavik find the target? Yes, he does. Let's give him a big round of applause. Thanks for thanking him. So you can see how this simple head-touching game has now become a great way to ask the animals to move